I'm supposed to actually videotape myself for my company.
Okay.
For a deal I closed.
All right.
Where I'm going to get a camera and everything else to do it properly.
Maybe we could do that.
We'll see how this goes. If
then
not, we'll come back and do that.
All right. So Paulo, first of all, I'm Kevin, the owner of Rutgers, and I want to thank you because you're the guy that introduced me to permanent paint. I was skeptical, and you said, "Hey, you guys are the best sanding company, and you know I got the best product." So how did you find permanent paint?
Well, I'll start with I'm a market research consultant. That's my
Okay.
profession. So anything I do, I always kind of overdo the exploration phase. So I was investigating online. I found you guys as being the best people to do the prep work for paint, especially in an old house like this, a 100-year-old home. And I did not want to have to go through this twice, 3 times over the course of the time I lived here. So I basically spent about 6 months researching online all the paints, came across all the commercial auras and those kind of paints. All the research I found really, they didn't hold up. They're slightly better than normal paint, but they weren't going to give me what I was looking for, which is really a permanent solution or a long-term solution. So I came across probably 6 or 7 companies that offered so-called permanent paints. I researched them. I came up with about 2 or 3 that sounded pretty good. A friend of mine, he's retired now, but he was worked for NASA, helped build the Hoover Dam. He's one of these high-end engineers that gets used for any kind of surface projects. They bring him in to do consulting. They still do today.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, well, tell me the names of the companies. And right off the bat, he knew the guys. He had worked with them before, as well as a lot of the other companies I mentioned. And he said, these guys are really good. Is this the one you're looking at? I'm like, yeah, this permanent paint company sounds like the one I'm going with.
Mm-hmm.
They sound the best. What do you think? And he said, well, send me their specs.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually called the company, got them to send me all the information, specs on ingredients and how the compounds are used.
Mm-hmm.
Sent it over to him. He spent a couple days going through it. Came back and he said, they're basically using really good ingredients to make really good quality paint. He goes, will it last 25 years? I can't predict that. I haven't tested it. He said, but based on what they're doing and the ingredients in there, this is the best thing I've seen. So at that point I said, I'm going to pull the trigger.
Wow.
And I called you guys, I called Permanent Paint guys, and I said, look, I'll be the guinea pig. Come to my house, do it. I do not want to have to go through this twice. To spend this kind of money on prep on a house like this and have to do it again 5-6 years later, even with the best paints available today, just didn't seem like a solution.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. So your guy said he knew like the people that made permanent paint?
Yeah.
He knew them from
once I mentioned the name of the company, he started rattling off the names of the owner, the top engineer there.
Wow.
He basically knows all the top guys in the industry.
Wow.
And he's like, yeah, I respect those guys. Those are really good. He goes, give me the specs and I'll see what I think.
Oh, wow. Pretty cool. And so like you liked the sanding and the prep of Rutgers painting.
Exactly. I did the same process of research to find out the best company for prepping the house.
Yeah.
And came up with you guys. But you were still using the same paint as everybody else at the time.
Yeah.
And that was my big concern. I'm like, I got the best guys to get the house prepped.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to put the same paint on and be dealing with the same problem 5 or 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Now, even though they're going to prep properly, it's just not going to hold up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the combination, though, is the perfect storm. So.
Well, I'll tell you, I've been in business for 22 years, and finally, thanks to you and thanks to Permanent Paint, we've been stripping homes and trying to make that better and better. Now we actually have a top coat that looks amazing 10, 15, 20, 25 years down the line.
Right.
And it's very exciting for us.
Yeah,
so.
It's exciting for me too. That's why I left your sign out front for so long. I'm so excited about it. So.
Awesome. Very cool house too. And awesome stuff. Thank you.
Very good.
So